Hello everyone, I am the Mittens. A lot of people call me Mittens, Middies. I'm just a Warhammer nerd who likes to play video games, a dad of two, husband, and someone who's trying to figure out their paint style in Warhammer. I think I finally achieved it. A friend of mine said that once you find a paint style that you enjoy, an army that you enjoy, everything comes together that much better. So this will be my very first YouTube video, and in the process of doing so, you might see me struggle on the way. You might see me fumble, but this is just going to be fun for me. I'm trying to learn some stuff as I go, but this is something that I'm going to enjoy doing, hopefully. If not, then I'll just find something else. But I think that I want to do this and put a lot of effort into it, and to see where that goes. So this is a little battle wagon. I'm trying to paint it up a little grim dark. I learned all my grim dark stuff from Zach Cascue Miniatures and the community over there at the Grim Dark Compendium. I watched a lot of his videos, asked a lot of questions to the members of that site in their Discord, and that's how I learned a lot of paint. That's what I thought I really wanted to paint, but in the same sense, I really like the clean look that GW has. So I've had Chaos Knights, I've had Space Marine. I still have my Space Marines. I've had some World Eaters that I got rid of, and I've tried all variations of painting style, and like the clean look, the nice lines. However, got frustrated a lot because I kept on saying like, it's not looking like that. It's not looking like the box art. And so eventually I stumbled upon Zach Askew Miniatures in this grim dark style that I was like, man, this makes so much sense. So here you have Space Marines and orcs and everything in this world where it's constantly fighting. I said, I need to paint like that. So I watched a lot of his videos, almost every of his videos, and learned a lot about enamels and oils and the do's and don'ts, and went from there, and I've been enjoying the ride ever since. And now I've stumbled upon cell shading and the comic book style, and I'm enjoying that. Like, as you can tell, I'm painting my battle wagon. I'm the plan is, I know it's not the greatest. I got pieces missing, and but I'm not trying to be perfect. Like say, there's always room for improvement, and they say that art is in the eye of the beholder. So I'm just trying my best. And I've been really enjoying playing orcs lately. I've been enjoying painting them. So I'm just going to take it one step at a time and go from there. Sorry if you hear some music in the background. I do like to paint with some background noise. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I like pure silence. I know some people like that. Some people don't like that. Also, you are being recorded on my phone. So I'm sorry for the horrible audio. However, if this takes off, then maybe I'll invest into some audio equipment, a better camera, a mount, and go from there. Now, I'm not trying to be as big as some of our friends in the community, like Squidmar Miniatures or Play-On. I'm not trying to be big like them. I'm just trying to be me. I don't plan on doing... Well, I can't say I don't plan on it. You never know what the future holds, but as of right now, there's no big plans. I'm not gonna get a manta and paint a manta or anything like that, because that's just pure crazy talk. I mean, who wants a giant floating stingray flying through the air? Plus, I mean, it's Tau. Come on now. I'm just kidding. I like the aesthetics of Tau. I just would rather prefer to put them in kind of like a Gundam. Like, I wish I could do more Gundam themed stuff to them. Like, I always thought about getting like an MG Master Grade Barbatos model and grime it up, make some panels colorful and whatnot, and paint it up and see how it goes as a proxy model for my Tau Force. But right now, like I say, I have an unfinished Iron Hands army. I have an unfinished Votan army that I'm doing in a style of like Master Chief from Halo. I'm trying to replicate his power armor, his Minior armor. And I'm sorry, I pronounce a lot of things wrong. English isn't my best language, because majority of my family comes from Newfoundland, and yeah, that was, for those who know, and for those who don't, yeah, you'll it's a great place, beautiful people, but their vocabulary skills is a little lacking in some places. Now, like I say, there's some very smart people there. My wife's from there, and she's one of the smartest people I know. However, I have some relatives are some are smart, some are not. We'll just leave it at that. And I'm probably one of those not smart people. You know, just a lot of my relatives, if you say, "Oh yeah, what do you do? Oh, what do you do for fun? Oh, I paint models." They would, like, some of them would laugh, and unfortunately, that was part of why I'm so late into the hobbies, because I was always very scared of what people perceived me, thought of me. I'm a military kid, so I moved around a lot, and part of the issue with moving around so much is that it's hard fitting in. I've been in 3 different high schools, so like that's hard in its own self. Anyway, so it's hard to make friends. I usually let sports kind of do the talking for me. Like I play basketball, played a little volleyball. I did a lot of track and field and some cross country. I didn't do hockey because I can't stop on skates. Didn't do rugby because I was afraid of getting just absolutely murdered by someone bigger than me. Because you got some big dudes in rugby that are agile as a cat and hit like a freaking dump truck. So, but I was always really nerdy, like, not nerdy, geeky. We're both nerdy and geeky. And I would just kind of play my video games, play basketball, chase girls. Anyways, and in doing so, I ended up making a lot of friends in high school from a lot of different cliques, but in the same sense, I was never really truly belonged to one of them. So I really was scared of truly opening up to them. Be like, oh yeah, by the way, I like Warhammer. Because my first time seeing Warhammer was when we were on a trip from we lived in Cold Lake, Alberta. And anyways, we're going to West Edmonton Mall. And I saw Necrons. Now, Necrons, that, like, I have a thing for robots. I love robots. Terminator growing up was one of my favorite movies, and in doing so, I love Transformers and just variations of everything kind of robotic, like Real Steel with Hugh Jackman into it, and where he's boxing and he has a robot. Loved it. Gundam anime, love all of it. So I was really big into robots. So my dad, like say he's from Newfoundland, would like skip school to go hunting and fishing, and he joined the military when he was young. So like he didn't get it. So as we were in Games Workshop, it's like, oh sweet dad, can I get one of these? Like this would be so cool. And he saw the price of it and he said, no, I ain't paying that much money for plastic. And he walked out the door. But then in the same sense, he could go out and spend X amount of dollars on a shotgun or a new fishing rod or a rifle, a scope for a rifle, hip waders, whatever you want. And he'd be perfectly okay with that. And I was like, well, that's fine. But then it's in the same sense, it's like, that sucks because that would have been so cool having these little models. Paint them up and stuff. So here I am now painting up my orcs, but I do have a Necron army that I plan on doing for 2024 as the new year, new army. And I plan on doing them like a Terminator theme, like just silver completely and like shiny, menacing. But I don't know about the red, like, because sometimes it looks like the armor has like a bluish tinge to it, like their silver armor is like blue. Sometimes like a blue tinge to it because of it being all shiny, new, and it's cold. But then they have these like real metal, like, or red eyes, so it kind of contrasts with like that blue, that cold steel look to it. So I don't know, it's hard. I don't know what to that's what I want to do, is kind of, but I don't know if I want to paint it like their Necrons. They have to have some green in there, you know. Plus green is the best color, so what the orcs say, because green is best. The boys know what they're talking about. So anyways, yeah, I'll like I say, if you have any questions, I'll do my best to try to help answer them. Painting guides, well, if you want to see something particular, I could try it. I'm going to flat out say non-metallic metals is definitely not something in my forte. I think it's very, very cool, but not my cup of tea. I don't think I could pull it off as good as other people could, and like I say, there's a bunch of tutorials for a lot of people out there that will be more beneficial for them. It's, like I say, it's just for them to watch those videos rather than what I'm trying to produce. I'm just trying to have fun with things. I wouldn't say my channel will be growing as painting tutorial channel. It's just a fun channel where you can watch me practice a few things, mess up on a lot of things. Like say I'm like holding my model and I already got some of the black rubbed off on the white, and like say I know that's not best to do, but like I'm learning. Like say I'm learning in this hobby. It's one of those hobbies where there's always something to learn, and I have a lot of learning to do. So I hope you stay along for the ride and watch me progress, and who knows, maybe one day I'll put a entry into Golden Demon or Armies on Parade or something like that, and go from there. Like I say, this is a channel to just have fun with, it and go from there. And I'll even probably, who knows, maybe I'll take some pictures of the games that I play, and tell you how I did on those, and maybe try to see what I can do to progress better as a player. Right now I have this rival who's beaten me pretty much all the time, and the only time I beat him was like this little 500 point game, and I ended up getting the rules wrong or misinterpreted the rules, and that's the only win I have over him. So but it's our first matchup that we ever went toe to toe with each other, so I won, so that's like the ultimate victory. So you can suck it. But I think a little friendly rivalry is all what everybody needs. Like, we've had all our games, every game we've had has just been, there's been lots of laughs. We've learned bits and pieces from like how the game works and what would be better to do next time, and just friendly banter. And I think that's like one of the best times. Like I'll trash talk a lot, but it's just out of like pure entertainment. It's like wrestling fucking banter, and I do curse, I do swear, so if I throw out some F-bombs here and there or say some swear words, I apologize, but like say I am in my mid 30s, so I'll swear from time to time. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for my battle wagon as of right now, because like I'm still learning. I'm really liking this style that I'm trying to do, and I'll probably visit back to it now. The way I built this, like say I have some scratches here, the black lines going, it's kind of like the Borderlands style. I know there's more that I could do. Now will I touch it up again? Yes, I will probably touch it up again as I get better. I might be able to come back and change some things to it, and you know what I can do to improve. Maybe that's what it comes down to, and come back, because like say I did some little hobby, and I magnetized this because I want to put the def roller on there. Now the old this was an old kit, so it didn't have the def roller in there, and I didn't glue the gun on because I think it's cool to be able to move it, and if I want to do something else, I like to do a lot of kit bashes, so it'd be fun to show some of those hobby portions of it as well. Like I have this guy here where I ended up taking a slugger, a pistol, cutting it in half, taking a grenade launcher from Necromunda, putting that on there, and then I made my own like little handle out of some plastic card. I took the head of an axe and cut that off. So this guy is going to probably be like, there's a couple other things I still want to do with it, but he's going to be my beast boss. And now I do have a beast boss, and I ended up taking a different sword because I didn't like the other one, how the other one looks so short and stumpy. I didn't like the top knot on the orcs, so I just shaved that off his head. Now I might try to put a mask on him. I'm not 100% sure yet, like one from AOS that I have. And I did a little more plastic card there just to cover up some cut lines. So that's this guy. One of the Votan models I did the same thing. I want to kind of do like a StarCraft thing, so I'm going to try to make, I put some, what's it called? Milliput in the crevices, try to smooth it out and shave it off as best as I can so it'd be nice and smooth, so I can make like a Jim Raynor from StarCraft look to it. Now, this is supposed to be holding the shield, but I ended up getting one of the hands from the Berserkers, and then I just kind of put a new head onto it. Now he's got dual wielding hammers like a badass dwarf. So then I took magnetized it so I can take it on and off, or I could put an axe on it. So obviously I would run this with a plasma pistol or with one of the two, because obviously one axe isn't like one weapon. You can't have two melee weapons on these guys. It'd be sweet though, because like I think like the dwarves should have some of that Slayer influence from Age of Sigmar. And that brings me to, where is he? Oh, right here. So here is Gotrek Gurnenson, and being attached to part of a Call's body. So I just kind of shimmied them two together, which I thought which is really cool. I like it. So he's like going to be my Uthar the Destined for my Voltan list. So I have him to paint up. But here's the biggest, the baddest orc there is. So this is kind of like the style that I was doing. I was very grim dark, had it like rust in there, and the rust I used was like Arcane Interactive's light rust, and it's a little dusty because I've been renovating my basement, and so you can still see some of that dust in there, especially in the backpack here. But I use a lot of enamels because I think enamels is a great product. It helps me achieve some of the art style that I want to do. Like the base has like a bunch of different enamels onto it, and the cool thing with enamels is like the mineral spirits with the with multiple enamels on it will help blend everything together. Like this skull is just Rakarth flesh with dark brown wash or AK interactive streaking grime, and just take a Q-tip and just lightly push it off. Sometimes you have to push a little harder simply due to the fact that it can be a little Q-tips can be a little abrasive, so if you're not too careful you can go right down and take paint layers off and push really hard. But as terms of like say enamels taking off acrylics, if you have a good solid acrylic base layer, it won't come off. So this is Mosgrog. No, sorry, this is Squigosaur that I'm doing up. Absolutely love it. I do have Mosgrog over there. So anyways, I got to finish him up. My daughter calls him a shark, so I think I might try to do a great white shark. But like I said, I try to achieve it in a cartoony, vibrant way. That's what I'm trying to achieve with orcs. It's very bright, lots of colors, very bright, vibrant. And then I'm going to do some explosions that I've got from a Patreon, or not Patreon, from Orc being a Patreon for him. He's a very amazing. I'm still gonna try to replicate his orc skin and see how it goes, but and go from there. I won't do the recipe on stream because that's his stuff that he's delivered onto Patreon or into my video. Sorry, but I'll probably I have a couple ideas that I want to do. So anyways, that will be it for my first video. Thank you all for coming and checking me out again on the mittens. And please share your feedback and what I can do differently next time. Anyways, until next time, keep on walking. Whoa!